Who is John Calder?
He's an amazing fellow.
Who is John Calder? Well, there's a sort of question in a nutshell. He's probably one of the most influential literary figures in the London of our time.
Who publishes books and knew Sam Beckett.
You do become, I suppose, a little bit like the man who was, in a way, your guru, in that you take on their thinking and you carry it on, and you carry it around inside you, and you become a bit like the person, I suppose, that mentally that you remember. I certainly still dream about him. I was thrown out of the Catholic Church I was brought up in. I asked too many questions. I just couldn't stop myself. That's where I relate to Beckett, really, and I think we both have this inability to keep our curiosity to ourselves. We have to try and find out what this life is all about.
Right from the early 60s, John was a champion of new writing that was probably not acceptable to the establishment. He was the first publisher to take on the challenge of publishing the works of people like Henry Miller and William Burroughs and Albert Trocchi. His work to establish the creative voice that should be heard freely has been really without parallel in this country.
I've had a up and down life a little bit. I've published nearly 6,000 titles. Very few of them are in print right now. I used to have to travel around the world. I used to take £3 million a year in personal sales going either down to bookshops. For a publisher, you're always looking for outlets for your books. But if you have your own bookshop, well, you can go on pushing the books you believe in.
I know we definitely went over half an hour. Just close that.
Sorry, Stuart. And are you ready for your rehearsal?
Yes. You're just getting into character, sort of. Yes.
You, Mr. Cream?
I'm Mr. Cream, father of the judge. I'm about 104. Well, that's the way I'm feeling. Down there in Waterloo, you should have seen it when I was a young nip. Street markets we had. There and now it's all go and it's all zhuzh and it's all bling and it's all... I don't know what this stuff is. Dreadful, dreadful.
I first sort of came to the cut as a young actor, so this is now going back to 1978.
Lunacy, lunacy.
There I'm with you. Progress is scientific and the moon. That's the way it is.
Office London took over the South Bank, so it's no longer domestic community housing and the small businesses that used to inhabit this area.
But it's still a working class area, that it shouldn't have to give way to the power of the pound entirely and lose its character.
Oh, restaurants, God blimey, all this fancy nosh. Down the road here we used to have the old Ian pie and mash shop.
Well, the bookshop is part of that connection with the old culture here in the cut. But it's rapidly disappearing because of the gentrification or the coffeeification.
The bookshop, it's culture on a human scale. It's not global, it's local. Somebody could come through the door who's got the answer, and one doesn't know who that is or how it's going to happen. If you don't allow culture to do its work, you have catastrophe. Catastrophe does its work. You can't do theatre in Baghdad.
We present the old tune by Samuel Beckett, adapted from the radio play La Manivelle by Robert Pinget.
Atom rockets is all they care about.
Woman, you might as well have been talking to them.
Believe in the moon, they're experimenting.
Oh dear, it's not progress. Lunacy.
Progress is scientific.
The only thing difficult about Beckett is that he looked at life from a rather black viewpoint, but he looked at it realistically.
The world going to wreck and ruin.
You just never know, Unpleasant surprises can just come out of the blue. It's of course classic that old men always look back with nostalgia and think the world is going to rack and ruin, getting worse and worse. I always think it's a great pity that when you do get to old age, if you could know at the beginning what you know now, not do all the silly things that we all do, At the end of your life, you begin to sum up what was worthwhile, what wasn't worthwhile, what you did right, what you did wrong. I don't think it really matters. What does matter is what you actually know at the end. The trouble is, you're going to lose it. It's all going to disappear.